Hi, it's Gene, retired in Mexico. And if you're new to this channel, we ask one question here, which is, do they write them and sing them like they used to? A lot of people, young and old, they think the old music's better, and I am not so sure. And today, instead of championing, that's a hard word to say, the music of the 21st century, which is what we normally do here. We're going back to the 80s and doing a 64 song tournament bracket of the worst song of the 80s. And it's just to make the case, try to even it out. Good and bad music back in the day, good music today. That's my argument. And so this is just for fun. And it's just my opinion. But, was the old music better? Well, here's exhibit A, B, C, and D. So we're just going to have some fun with that. Stevie Wonder versus Lee Greenwood, both songs from 1984, both Americans. We'll pit those two against each other, and the worst song will advance. And then we'll do, what is it? I got Michael Bolton versus Tony Basil, and Michael Bolton. So they're both Americans too. So we'll pit these guys against each other and see where we're at. And that's it. And just to let you know too, I am doing videos. Okay. Now videos are more likely to be blocked. So when that happens, I'll do a little speed ramp. I'm sorry, not my fault. Some people are hitting the dislike button, I think, because they don't like that. But there's nothing I can do about it. But in the second round, what we'll do is we'll go with audio only versions to try to correct that and not do the speed version. So let's get right into this. This is Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you, and we'll talk about it right afterwards.
No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another no April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these three words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to light one tender August night. No autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is, though oh so new, to fill your heart like no three words could ever do. I just
Time. So I know why this was so why it's hated, because this song got a lot of radio airplay in the region that I lived, and it was played in heavy rotation. And one of my rules is like, what's the song like 10 times? If you got to listen to it 10 times, listening to this once is not bad. I will say on the positive side, Stevie Wonder's vocals are stellar and immaculate. And by the way, I think he's the template for almost everything you hear on American Idol when people go, they don't stay on a note. It was organic with Stevie. That's the only way he could do it. And he builds this up. He brings up the intensity, changes the key, all sorts of things to make the vocal really interesting. And the lyrics, which are fine. I mean, they're sentimental. It's just, I just called to say I love you. But you better not forget on the important holidays, folks. If you're watching this video, if you give your girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, whatever word you want to use, just a random gift, like I used to do. Oh, but don't forget, Mother's Day or Father's Day or Christmas or birthday. Yeah, because it it doesn't make up. You get 1 point for this, and you get minus 100 points for forgetting an important occasion. So, yeah, but it's a nice sentiment. Love it. And what I don't like is the programming. Stevie Wonder plays everything on here. He did all the instruments, which is basically keyboards and programming, synth bass and all that kind of thing. And there's something like a vocoder or something there later to add some interest. Yeah, I don't care for that. But this was from the movie Woman in Red. It was a soundtrack. Sometimes I cut a song a little bit of slack for being a soundtrack, but and I think the melody's good too. So no, I don't hate this song. It's just that programming gets kind of annoying, and maybe it goes on a bit too long. Let's play Lee Greenwood, and then we'll talk about which one here. Here we go with Lee Greenwood. More synthesizer programming.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
So very similar songs in a way, because lyrics are fine to this song. I don't, there's nothing about the patriotism of this song that bothers me. I just recently in January I was out of town for a few days. And I was so glad to be back home in this town here in Mexico. So you get that feeling. You can get that feeling for a country too, and that's fine. And his vocal is fine, but again, the arrangement and everything. So yeah, it's kind of a tough one, but I think, and they both would kind of wear on you after 10 listens. What I'm going to say, I think I'm going to take it down to melody, because melody and vocals, because Stevie Wonder wrote a pretty good melody and has a pretty good vocal on there. Lee Greenwood, not as interesting of a melody, a little bit more generic, and his vocal style a little bit more generic. I do not hate this song at all. I just don't think it's as interesting as the Stevie Wonder, though I will say that Stevie Wonder, some of that programming is kind of reminds me of back in the old days when you'd be at the mall and there'd be a music store and there'd be some guy playing a little cheesy organ, as you walk by. And yeah, I don't know. It's just Stevie should know better. I mean, he, he worked with Tonto, Tonto, one of the greatest synth duos in the early, in 1971, 71, way ahead of the curve. So it isn't that he didn't know what he was doing. I think he just kind of phoned it in for that. But we'll go ahead and advance the Lee Greenwood, God Bless the USA. Again, I don't hate either of these songs. So now let's do Mickey. And I almost did Hey Mickey, and when I have a choice here, I'm also doing the single versions because that's what was played on the radio. So here's Toni Basil. I've seen this video. Some people really hated this song. I remember this. But this was heavy rotation on MTV. And I'll tell you why, because this is 1981, and that's the year that MTV launched. And they were hungry. They were hungry for videos. So, first of all, if this video looks a little primitive, it was. I mean, videos advanced quite a bit from 81 to, say, the mid 80s. And yeah, this got played a lot because they needed videos and they put them in heavy rotation. And of course, there was all this dancing. She was a choreographer first, and obviously a singer second. So yeah, kind of a harmless, innocuous song, kind of an earworm. And by the way, I read something I didn't know on the album. Not this song. Well, maybe this song. I don't know. But when I was looking at the credits for the album, there are several members of Devo on this album, and it kind of makes sense. It's the first time I ever listened to this thinking of Devo. Devo's a lot better, but yeah, I can hear a correlation there. So yeah, I don't hate this song. I don't love it. It's fine. To me, it's more of a visual. I'm glad we watched the video without the dancing. Mm, yeah, the video kind of takes it up a notch. But yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like a 5. It sits right in the middle. I'm not really got a strong feeling one way or another. So now let's go with the Michael Bolton, and this got a lot of airplay, as I recall too. More synthesizer programming. So the thing about this, those keyboards are done by Michael Martin, who's longtime session player, has played with a bunch of famous people, also a Christian rock artist. And I respect him. I do not like the programming on this either. And the guitar solo, go back to the other video where we did Starship, just generic solo. And then, I don't really mind Michael Bolton's voice. What I mind about him is he starts emoting too early so that he's screaming by the end of the song. I'd like to see him sing a little softer and bring it up, the way an artist like, say, David Bowie would. Bowie always knew exactly how to graph that song perfectly. A song like "Life on Mars" or there's a song from Black Tie, White Noise. He just brings it up perfectly. And this is like a thoroughbred that gets out of the gate too early, and then can't finish the race. It's just I don't really mind the tone of Michael Bolton's voice, but man, he just emotes too strong right out, and I don't like that. And the arrangement and the orchestration, all this stuff. It's just sucked of any life. I think actually Bolton is the one that gives it the most life. If you were to take his vocals out of this song and just listen to it as an instrumental, it would be snoozeville. We would just, it'd be nighttime music to go to sleep to. I think it's so boring, and at least he gives it a little interest. But in that vein, I prefer Michael McDonald for that kind of singing. He's more of I think, a master, more finesse. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and advance Michael Bolton. Not a big fan of either one of these songs, but um, it's hard because, like I say, the Tony Basil is kind of a choreograph number, really designed for television. And but yeah, Michael Bolton, one of the easy listening people I would always hear. They played this easy listening channel at where I used to work. There was a period where you used to still kind of play the radio before you could really buy subscription services. And man, Celine Dion and Whitney Houston, Michael Bolton, Phil Collins, and yeah, kind of got old. But anyway, this is a long video, so let's wrap it up. But yeah, hit that like or subscribe button. It really makes a difference. And as we say here in Bonita, Mexico, buen dia.